Just last week, a student at the University of Calgary was allegedly attacked for wearing a Donald Trump Make America Great Again hat while walking through MacEwan Hall on campus. I had a chance to catch up with some conservative students to get their reactions to the incident. Some of these students do tell me that they frequently wear the same or similar hats on campus, and I was curious to see whether they're worried about thugs attacking them for wearing clothing that might be triggering. First, I talked to Caitlin. She tells me that she doesn't feel safe on campus, but that she's going to keep on wearing her hat here.
Frankly, I couldn't believe it at first. You go to university every day thinking this is a place where I'm going to be able to learn and I'm going to be able to have good discussions with people and discussions about anything. And to think that somebody would actually go after someone for wearing a hat and not just go after them verbally, but physically go after them, it's absurd. And frankly, it makes me a little bit scared to be on campus. I'm planning on wearing my Make America Great Again hat. I'm going to be wearing it almost every single day this week, hopefully, just in support, because, it's frustrating, and I think we really need to stand up and speak out against these kinds of things.
I also talked to Nick Boots. He's actually the president for the Federal Conservatives group on campus, and he says that he was shocked but not surprised that the attack occurred on campus. He also said that he doesn't feel safe on campus, but that he would wear the Trump hat, especially after this incident, to make a statement.
It was shocking, definitely shocking, but it wasn't a surprise. You can clearly see it coming, the dual treatment of conservative people on campus and just suppression of freedom of speech is prevalent, so it wasn't a surprise, unfortunately. I don't agree with everything that Donald Trump says, of course, but I believe we all have rights of free speech, and to be afraid to wear a hat is just not right.
Do you feel safe on campus after the incident?
No, not really. You never know where it can come up from. And the saddest thing is I don't feel like even if it happens that I would be protected afterwards.
And finally, I talked to Kian. He tells me that he was surprised that an altercation like this happened at the university, since Canadians can't even vote in the American election. He also says that he doesn't feel unsafe and that he wears a similar hat frequently.
I was surprised that something like that happened at the University of Calgary. It's not like that's kind of something that you expect to see happen in the States, where the election's actually happening. It's kind of interesting that people are so emotionally involved in it north of the 49th parallel. I do feel safe, yeah, because I've never seen anything like that happen before with my own eyes. If I actually was there and I saw it, I might have a little bit different sentiments. I pretty consistently wear a Donald Trump-esque hat. It says "Make Alberta Debt-Free Again," and I've worn that all the time, and some people like it and some people yell at me, but water off a duck's back, I guess. I'm going to continue to wear the hat. It's not going to stop me. I'm not afraid of the regressive left trying to silence conservatives on campus. I think that the university is an area where we should express ideas, and I don't think that the left threatening conservatives I don't think we should bow down to the left threatening conservatives.
One thing that both Nick and Kian were concerned with is the silence on behalf of the university. They say that the school hasn't said a word about the incident, even though it ended in a physical altercation.
This happened a few days ago, and you barely hear it in the media. There's no official statements from university. It just seems like the university's turning a blind eye on this. The lack of reaction that the university had, that the students' union had, the campus security had. Campus security sends out a release to an email blast to every student whenever someone walks through campus with a trench coat. But when a Donald Trump supporter got strangled and assaulted, there was nothing but radio silence.
At the time of this story, the university still hasn't spoken out on one of its students being allegedly attacked for wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and it's been a week since this incident occurred. Compare this to the incident that occurred at Mount Royal University just last month, when the president spoke out in favor of free speech when a vocal outburst occurred over another student wearing this same hat. I'll continue to update this story as it unfolds. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Justin Trudeau's carbon tax is going to be devastating for families across Canada. Click below to visit stopthecarbontax.com to sign our petition to encourage all members of Parliament to vote against this tax.